Hello, friends. Welcome to our 2023 PADS graduation. Welcome to our incredible teams, volunteers, supporters, staff, and board members. I'm so pleased to be your MC again this year. My name is Kim Gramlich, and I'm a two-time PADS client, and with me today is my second Justice Facility dog. This is Princess Puma, Miss Pumaloo, or Puma Furman to some of you. Puma works with me at the Delta Police Victim Services Program, where she supports victims of crime and trauma.
Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin Mills and I'm the Director of Canine Operations with PADS. We are thrilled to have you join us today to celebrate our 2023 graduates. I have the immense honor of overseeing our client and canine programs for our organization, which means that I see all of the work that goes into getting these dogs from our breeding program through puppy raising and the tricky adolescent stage to our advanced training team, and finally, after 2 years of time, energy, and love, to being placed with one of our clients. Each dog leaves a mark on the countless people involved in getting these incredible dogs to their client. Our volunteers, staff, donors, and of course the dogs make PADS a very special community to be a part of. 2023 was an exceptional year for our team. We placed 34 assistance dogs with clients in our community, and shortly you'll be able to hear their stories. This number is particularly important for us at PADS, as it is the most dogs we have placed in 1 year in PADS history. It speaks to the tireless work and commitment by everyone in our community, and we're very grateful to each and every one of you. 34 dogs, 34 lives changed, and communities impacted. Now, without further ado, I'm thrilled to introduce you to our 2023 graduates.
Ace has been an incredible asset to my work as a school administrator because he appreciates everyone. Students, staff, parents, guests. It does not matter who's in our building, at a meeting, or on the field or playground. When he was at secondary school with me and 1,600 other folks, Ace fit in and was the best guest at the graduation dinner and dance at the Bayshore, posing for pictures, wearing a festive bow tie and a small graduation cap on his collar. Ace's move to elementary showed he loved the littles as much as the big kids, and at his most recent event with the almost kindergarten students and all their parents showed everyone that a PADS dog makes everyone feel calmer and happier. Ace has made my work in schools better in so many ways, from providing comfort to students, parents, and staff when they really need it, and being a great addition to a meeting. I cannot imagine my day now without my partner Ace. I am very appreciative of PADS and all they do. Ace is a life changer, for my work, but also for me. I love him more than I thought possible, and I am so grateful he and I are a team.
Hello everyone, my name is Bob Raven and I'm here with my new little girl Alpine. It has been a quick 7 months since Alpine made the move from a village of people in Calgary to me in West Kelowna, yet it feels like we've been together for a lot longer. After having to retire my last dog Cisco early, and then learning that Alpine was nearly released from advanced training, I feel us being matched was destined to happen. Alpine is the most wonderful dog. She has the most adorable little puppy face, big floppy ears, the happiest smile, and a cute little waddle. She has a calm, gentle disposition with a spicy side. It doesn't take much enticing, and the next thing you know, the crazy eyes are out and the zoomies are happening. When we are at the dog park, she's often the smallest dog in size, but the biggest dog with personality, and is sometimes a little too much for other dogs to handle. They just stand back looking at her like, whoa, what's up with that girl, as she's blowing donuts around them. She makes me laugh all the time and brings joy to everyone she encounters throughout the day. It took Alpine a few days to settle in when she arrived, as she had an upset tummy to deal with, but then quickly got used to her new surroundings and settled into her new role. Some of the ways Alpine helps me physically is by opening and closing doors, pushing buttons to open doors and cross streets, and retrieve or carry items for me. She also comes with me to work at a YMCA after-school program, where she helps me in and out of the school and cleans up after the kids in the gym by picking up beanbags, hula hoops, pool noodles, and anything else the kids leave behind, returning them to the storage room, and has learned to pull her bed out of her cubby and bring it into the classroom herself for her to lay on. We also seem to come into situations all the time where we have to learn on the spot and find ways to succeed together. She is always up to the challenge and is so quick to learn new things. She has learned to pick up all of her toys and put them back into their container, load a ball thrower, crawl with her chin on my feet, and shake a paw, just to name a few things. We have also started doing dog agility and are in the beginning stages of scent training. Alpine challenges me to challenge her. She makes my days better, my evenings brighter, and I always look forward to our cuddles at the beginning and end of each day. I feel blessed to have received Alpine and would really like to send a thank you out to her sponsors, puppy raisers, dog sitters, trainers, vets, transporters, and anyone else who had a hand in her success. She means the world to me. Thank you very much, and congratulations to all the other graduates.
Benji started with me in January of 2023 after Liège retired. I'm a school principal, and Benji helps me connect with students and navigate challenging situations with both students and families. He's able to settle a pupil who's having a difficult day, or to help a student with anxiety come into the school or walk into a classroom. Or he can help soften a child to open up about something in their life that they're struggling with. Benji is a great morning greeter as students enter the school to start their day. He's also a magnet for building relationships between people. He helps me build connections with students, and I've had him sit in a classroom or a hallway with a student who's having a tough time making friends. He naturally attracts students his way, which enables pupils who feel alone to connect with other students. More recently, my role has changed into a district position, which requires me to visit multiple school sites. I bring Benji with me on those school visits to help me connect with the students and the staff, but he also serves as a reading buddy, or he helps students who need co-regulating, or he even encourages students who are reluctant to communicate to start speaking. It's difficult to imagine doing my job without my partner, Benji. He keeps me grounded, adds joy to the people I work with, and brings smiles to the many people we meet along the way.
Bunker has been an integral part of our school staff since beginning his training back in September 2022. It was such exciting news when I was asked to work in tandem with Shauna and Brad to provide training and on-site practice for a future PADS graduate. During his training time, Bunker showed us his many abilities, including his calm, compassionate manner when working with small children. His fun-loving and slightly goofy side made him an excellent helper when interacting with children who needed some extra support to be successful at school. Bunker is the best at snuggling, and his visit is a great help for students and teachers alike. Many of our staff also benefit from some drop-in Bunker time in my office. When Bunker was ready for advanced training after showing his amazing ability to connect with people within a school setting, it was a dream come true to continue to work with him in preparation for becoming a full-fledged accredited facility dog. As a longtime classroom teacher and now in a full-time diversity or resource teacher role, my hopes to one day work with an animal in a public school were going to be realized. Thank you very much to everyone involved in the process of supporting Bunker's journey, especially to Shauna and Brad for sharing this loving boy with me, and to Miranda for so much support and encouragement along the way. She didn't give up. Bunker changes lives every day, and I could not be more proud of him.
This is Michelle and Canary coming to you really quick just to talk about how amazing she is. I've had Canary for about a year now, and she has entirely changed my life. She is a great companion. She is excellent company. She always makes everyone smile, but she also helps me do the little things like taking off a jacket, socks, opening doors, picking up everything I drop, which is all the time. She also, unexpected benefit, keeps people from walking into my wheelchair, which used to happen all the time. And when Canary's with me, it never happens. So thank you, Canary. And I want to say thank you so much to everyone that trained Canary, raised Canary, showed her love, and made her into the beautiful, wonderful sweet girl that she is, that is so willing to try new things. She is excellent on trains, buses, in vehicles. We are going to try a plane next month. She's amazing. She even took the ferry with me to Nanaimo on our very first solo trip, and the first time I have personally traveled by myself in, I think, about 16 years. So that was a big deal, and I would not have been able to do it without Canary here. So thank you everyone at PADS, and it is really, really cool being a part of this great community.
Hello there. We come to you as Cashew's Forever Home, as the person in the wheelchair that gets to gallivant with him into a whole bunch of different situations. I have to say, it's been nothing short of a pure joy to have him in our lives. He has become a staple in the music ensembles that I play in. All the stores on the Sunshine Coast know him by name now. It's really lovely.
And I, as Simon's support person and partner, also get to have the wonderful benefit of providing Cashew with what we like to call his union sniff breaks out in the forest or down on the beach. He has brought so much joy to my life too, and also to our 14-year-old dog Chico, who adores him, and Cashew has taught him so much and kept him young and full of vigor. We like to refer to them as
the handsome labs of Half Moon Bay.
Hello, my name is Ulrich, but to make it easy for everyone, just call me Uli. I'm from Evansburg, Alberta. I was matched with Charm last December after a very long wait. I'm sure, just like all the other recipients, we, my daughter and I, are so thankful that I was matched with Charm from PADS. You might ask, why my daughter and I? Since 2007, Esther and I have been on our own, and with me having no family in Canada, Esther was the one who helped me in many situations when I didn't hear certain sounds or someone wondered why I didn't respond to them. After graduating from high school last summer, Esther hoped so much that she could travel the world without having to worry about me. I believe no one can imagine how relieved we were when Margaret contacted me to find out if I was still interested in getting a hearing dog. Of course I was interested. Esther, who had left the nest after graduation, met Charm in March for the first time when we both of us visited her. Esther, like many other people in my surrounding, has seen the impact that Charm has on my life. Having a hearing dog is helping me greatly to connect with the world again. I can now enjoy going for a hot chocolate in a mall or window shopping. Yes, just even going for a walk. My invisible disability left me thankfully to the icebreaker Charm, who loves to wiggle her tail when she meets people, having conversations with them. From the bottom of our hearts, Esther and I want to say thank you to the sponsors, the Whelping Home, the Puppy Raiser, the Advanced Sitter, as well as Ashley as Advanced Trainer, and all the volunteers at PADS for their help so that I could get matched with a wonderful Charm.
Cheddar and her handlers, Cassidy and Sue, have really hit the ground running ever since they were matched in June of 2023. Cheddar spends her time at work with Abbotsford Police Victim Services, supporting victims of crime and trauma within Abbotsford. So far, Cheddar has been able to assist clients while they meet with Crown Counsel, provide testimony in court, give statements to the police, and much more. The value that Cheddar brings to her role is indescribable. She provides a sense of calm and comfort that benefits clients and staff alike. While in the office, Cheddar also provides a friendly companion to all the Victim Services volunteers and Abbey Police Department staff that come through the office to visit her. Cheddar is lucky that PADS Dodger is also working in the building, and they love to have their daily out-of-vest playtime to relieve some energy during a long or difficult day. At home, Cheddar loves to spend her time playing at the dog park and following her family members around. Her and her little brother have formed quite an adorable bond as they play often and are always around each other. Everything is better with Cheddar.
Hi, I'm Fern, and this lapdog's name is Compass. Compass is such a huge benefit to my life this year. She has enjoyed everything that she does, whether we travel or stay home, whether I'm laying in bed or we're going out doing something all day long. Compass is happy to come and just wants to be anywhere near where I am. Her favorite thing to do in the world is to come running when I call her, and sometimes she'll even wander off, but just keep checking to see if I might want her to come back anytime soon. She is so fabulous for doing all kinds of physical chores for me, but she also has provided me with a great deal of stress relief this year, with big changes in our lives happening, such as moving and needing to travel, all of which I find very difficult to do. I think I'll tell you that there are a few surprises that I have noticed in Compass. One of them is that her spine seems to be quite serpentine. She has such a loose spine that when she wags her tail, her whole body does S strokes as it's going along. She looks like she's wiggling her butt as she runs down the ramp to greet whoever might be coming. She's very, very content so long as I am with her, and I am very content so long as she is with me. So it works out well. I think Compass is the only dog I have ever had that watches TV. And not only watches, but also tries to interact. It makes me laugh every time. One of the other things she does when we meet with other dogs when she's off leash is to run as fast as she can in a very wide circle, almost like she's saying, "Come on, catch me." Only they never do. She is fast. So I would just like to say thanks to PADS, to all the donors, to all the people who have, in one way or another, helped PADS be blessing me with this dog.
Having Dash has changed and impacted my life in ways I never even imagined. He has become a source of strength, courage, and inspiration for me. With him by my side, I have been able to push myself and do things I haven't been able to do in years. From going uptown to run errands, to being able to walk to the mailbox. These may sound like small things, but these are huge for me, and I wouldn't be able to do them without Dash and his support. He brings so much peace of mind to myself, my partner, and my family, knowing that I'm not alone and he has my back. The amount of love, admiration, pride, and respect that I have for Dash is immeasurable. Having Dash has forever changed my life, and it's hard to picture life before him in it. I'm happier, I have more independence and confidence, and it's all thanks to him. I cannot thank everyone at PADS who has had a hand in Dash's training enough for all the tireless work, dedication, and love that have gone into him to get him to this part in his journey. I am forever in your debt, and I am forever grateful that I was chosen to be Dash's person. I am a retired police officer and was diagnosed with PTSD several years ago. In 2022, I saw the documentary In a New Light, the courageous story about Pad's client Juliet and her PTSD dog Stark. I immediately saw myself in Juliet's story and wondered if a Pad's PTSD service dog might help me. I applied to be a client and was matched with Denali last November. Denali has had a profound impact on my quality of life. For the last 10 years of my career, my world got smaller and smaller, and my PTSD symptoms became more and more severe. I rarely participated in life, and when I did, I felt drained and full of anxiety. Denali is the most loving, kind, patient, loyal, empathetic little soul. She is the ultimate Velcro dog, and I love it. She never leaves my side and picks up on my symptoms. Sometimes, even before I am aware of them myself. When she recognizes that I am experiencing stress, Denali supports me by giving me hugs, putting her head on my lap, or applying deep pressure by leaning into me. I've been able to pursue other more intense PTSD treatment modalities with her by my side because she makes me feel so calm. Thanks to Denali, I've gotten back to hiking, and I am reconnecting with people I haven't seen in a long time. I feel happiness and joy again. Denali has accompanied me to the rugby sevens, Canuck games, and stand-up comedy shows. This is nothing short of miraculous. Because before she came into my life, I had difficulty going to the grocery store. Denali has pulled me out of a dark place and allowed me to start living again in a meaningful way. I would like to express my appreciation to everyone who touched Denali on her path to becoming my service dog, and in particular to her puppy raisers. Your generous and selfless work has made such a difference. I would also like to thank PTSD dog coordinator Margaret Hicks for her kind and gentle support during my team training. Like Denali, you are a gem.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to tell you about my partner and I after 10 months of being paired together. We are a team, and Findlay and I do pretty much everything together. I even greet, introduce, and use the term us or we at every occasion. Findlay and I have been paired together and have never looked back. For us, every day and every moment is spent together doing something. We've traveled across the world and have been each other's support. Findlay is the best travel partner, and to date has already been on 10 flights to numerous countries. She flies incredibly well and continues to amaze me and those around her. My life has never been better, and each day she brings me more joy that I can express in words. From the moment we wake up until the minute we go to bed, we're taking care of each other and living our best life. I'm forever grateful for PADS and the team we have worked with. I was told by a friend to just trust them for the right fit of a partner, and he was more than right. I have more peace, confidence, and love in my heart because of Findlay's love and partnership. We train every day and continue to receive compliments every day when we're out. My life has changed in every aspect with Findlay now by my side.
Hi, my name is Jamie Moore, and I'm the handler of Gimli. Gimli has been with me for the last year and has made a significant difference in so many children's lives. He walks into the school as if he's a rock star. All the kids, staff, parents all welcome him with open arms and are very excited to see him. Throughout the year, I have been a classroom teacher as well as a teacher in charge, where he gets to service not only the 20 children that I teach in my classroom, but at least 10 other students on a regular basis. Plus, he visits with all the kids in the hallways and gets to say hi to them. All the children in the school are very excited to see him. They all ask if they can pet him, and he will sit and be patient and take in all the pets and the loves that he gets from all the kiddos. On a daily basis, Gimli helps the students focus on reading and writing and being able to keep a calm body and mind during the day. His calm demeanor definitely has made a huge difference in this classroom as well as in the whole entire school. He walks around as if he has no cares in the world and just wants to greet everybody with love. And that love is definitely felt throughout the school. So we want to say thank you so much for allowing Gimli's abilities to be shared with us, and we can't wait to see how many other students he's able to help along his journey of being an AFD.
My name is Carla. I work with Gloucester, formerly known as Glossy, at Manitoba Justice Victim Services in our Child Victim Unit. I am Glossy's primary handler, but Glossy also has a secondary handler whose name is Deanna. Glossy is the second AFD in our program. The first Justice AFD in Manitoba was Milan. When Milan and her handler retired in 2021, I knew we had big boots to fill. Their absence was felt deeply within our office and the court community here in Winnipeg while we awaited our successor AFD. When Milan retired, our program was regularly asked by clients as well as staff and other justice stakeholders when we would have another AFD. This is a testament to her legacy and impact in our program. When Glossy joined our team in July of 2023, everyone was ecstatic, commenting, "Is this the new Milan?" Glossy's calm, sensitive, and goofy personality is a natural icebreaker when meeting clients. When they come to meet with us, it unfortunately is never for a fun or happy reason. I usually will ask families and guardians ahead of time if their child or youth are okay with dogs. There have been numerous times where families or guardians will let me know how happy or how relieved the client will be knowing they get to meet Glossy at our meeting. It is amazing to hear from a client or family how excited they were to come in that day, knowing they were going to meet Glossy, or excited to see her again if they've had to meet with us multiple times. My favorite question now, which comes from both clients as well as our Crown attorneys, is, will Glossy be there? Clients and staff alike comment on Glossy's caring eyes, her sweet face, and calm disposition. There are smiles and waves from anyone and everyone, everywhere we go while at work. People regularly comment how their day was made just by seeing her walk by through the courthouse. Her impact is immeasurable. The word people most commonly use to describe Glossy is calm. Clients regularly feel the complete opposite of calm when they arrive to us, and Glossy helps to set the tone. Glossy brings a level of compassion, acceptance, and "I'm here for you," above and beyond what I can provide as their human worker. Kids, youth, and their adults often thank Glossy for helping them in their meeting or at court. She always gets the final pet, hug, kiss on the head, or wave when clients leave the office. When we're walking to and from the courthouse with an individual or in a group, Glossy is always checking to make sure we are all together. Sometimes I joke she has big-time FOMO, fear of missing out. But I think most of the time she's just making sure her pack is together, helping people feel as though we are a team and in this together. Glossy often drifts closer to the client while we are walking, knowing she needs to be close by to provide support. Glossy was recently called our hero dog by a support person accompanying a family to court. There are many more things I could share about Glossy's influence, but I can't think of better words than that to describe her impact. It is difficult to imagine doing this work now without her. She has also brought so much joy to my own life. Thank you to Pads, to Glossy's wonderful raiser, her sitters, her trainer, her sponsor, and everyone else in her community who helped Glossy on her journey to us.
Having Lady matched with me has been a life-changing experience. Lady has changed the way I interact with the world and gives me the confidence in the things I find challenging. She's expanded my world and opened the possibilities. I didn't realize I was seeing the world in black and white until this animal came along and showed me all the colors in this world I had been missing. Before Louie came along, I had a hard time with stairs and was afraid of falling. Now, we do stairs together. My son says I am moving at almost regular speed on stairs for the first time in years. I've always loved the beach, but since my injury, walking on the uneven sand was dangerous and difficult. But with Louie, I am not afraid and seem to walk fine, just slow. Becoming a team for us seemed to happen naturally. Louie loves the convertible and sits so quietly and still in the passenger foot area and always wears his sunglasses or his goggles. Louie has made my life a million times brighter and better. Louie gave me back my confidence.
Mariah came into my life 9 months ago and has been the best thing that has happened to me. I have bilateral cochlear implants, and before my surgery, I was 100% deaf. Mariah is an amazing hearing dog, and she alerts me when I remove my implants for the night. She alerts me to smoke detectors, someone knocking on my door, or when my phone rings. And she's the best companion I have ever had along the way.
Panther has opened up my world in ways I didn't expect. She is involved with all my activities in a day and draws people to us. I have met so many people in my community I would probably not have otherwise met. We have the community pool group, the lawn bowling group, the shuffleboard gang, and many more. Panther is very quick to learn new things. She is helping me dress and undress consistently. She helps me with household chores and is getting better at carrying things for me.
Since receiving Pecan 2, my black Labrador Retriever service dog, in November of 2023, the impact she has had on my life has been nothing short of remarkable. Pecan has seamlessly integrated into my family, radiating affection and warmth to everyone she meets. I'm a quadriplegic, so beyond her unwavering companionship, Pecan's assistance with various tasks has been invaluable, allowing me to navigate daily activities with greater independence and ease. However, Pecan's significance extends far beyond practical assistance. She's become my steadfast companion, providing comfort and emotional support during both challenging and joyful moments. With her by my side, I feel empowered to venture out into the public sphere, confident in the knowledge that I have my own space marked by Pecan's reassuring presence. In essence, Pecan is more than just a service dog. She's a cherished member of our family, enriching our lives with her boundless love, loyalty, and unwavering support. Her presence not only enhances my day-to-day experiences, but also serves as a beacon of hope and joy, reminding me that even in the face of adversity, profound connections and moments of happiness await.
Congratulations to all my fellow 2023 graduate teams. As many of you know, I've had the absolute pleasure of supporting PADS clients and applicants as part of the client services team at PADS. This year marks 20 years of my involvement with the organization. As a PADS client myself, I have had 4 mobility dogs, been a volunteer, and an ongoing ambassador for PADS. PADS is truly like family for me. Queso and I have been a team since November of 2023. He has enhanced my life in ways that I never had before. Not only does Queso help me with physical tasks like retrieving items of all types, turning off and on lights, opening and closing doors, and much more, but we have had such a great work-play balance since meeting each other. We play lots of games together: tug, find your bed, fetch, and even agility with jumps and tunnels. We have had so much fun and joy, and I appreciate the work and play bond we have. I want to thank everyone who has been a part of Queso's village. His breeder caretakers, Robin and Ty, puppy raisers Andrew and Amy. Before being placed as a mobility dog, Queso was a PADS breeding dog and is also the sire to many puppies all over the world, as part of the breeding co-op that PADS is involved with. I appreciate all PADS staff. You are all part of making these placements happen. It is so true when we say, with it, every PADS dog beats the heart of our donors and volunteers. I am so grateful for Queso and to his village for gifting me with continued independence. Thank you so much.
In my line of work in policing, we unfortunately must deal with a lot of trauma. Quinn gets to come to work with me every day to help alleviate some of the stress that this causes in so many of our employees' lives. I have already started losing my own identity, am now affectionately referred to as Quinn's mom. A simple walk to the water cooler now takes me quadruple the time, but it is well worth it to see all the smiles that Quinn brings to everyone's face. Everywhere I take Quinn, I hear how impressed people are with her behavior. I remind them constantly that I cannot take credit for any of that. I am so thankful to the army of people that loved and trained her for the past 2 years. She has already made an incredible difference. Thank you, PADS. Ranger is my third PADS dog. Together, there is nothing we can't do. When he picks something up I have dropped, he makes life a little bit easier. He has opened all the doors, literally and figuratively. He gives me the confidence to be strong and independent. Thank you to all the trainers, staff, and Ranger's puppy raisers for giving this boy the skills and training to be the rock star he has become. Roan is the fifth PADS dog that I have had the honor to walk beside in life. Roan is a big boy compared to my previous dogs. I am used to a lab being 55 to 60 pounds. Roan tips the scales at a vet-approved weight of 86 pounds. I am told that one of his nicknames at the PADS training center was Roni the Pony. Each of my dogs have had their own unique personalities. Roan is a big, happy-go-lucky guy. He never fails to make me laugh out loud multiple times a day. Whether it's his exuberant retrievals, his excitement when he opens the door to my building, how his head is totally buried when he is digging in his toy box for his favorite stuffy, or his boundless energy at the off-leash park, he is a joy to be around. Since I have been associated with PADS, my world has definitely changed for the better. With a trusty canine partner by my side, I move through each day with confidence. The biggest thing that PADS, through my dogs, have given me is that I've been able to truly recognize that ability is indeed the biggest part of the word disability. A giant thank you goes to Roan's puppy raisers and her parents, Fiona Mack, Les, and Anne. Huge amounts of gratitude to my go-to PADS mentor, Miranda Turin. Lastly, an enormous thank you to PADS, an absolutely amazing, life-changing organization. Thank you for Jem, thank you for Cyber, thank you for Vader, thank you for Hector, and yes, thank you for Roan. It had been a year since my first service dog, Jolie, had passed at the retirement age of 15. My heart was broken when she passed. I was also missing all the wonderful things she used to do for me, especially since she had been retired for 3.5 years. I wasn't sure how we could ever replace Jolie, as she was such a wonderful dog. And then came Scramble, who I call Angel. What an unexpected surprise Angel was when I met her just a year later, in last November 2023. We have packed a lot into those last 6 months and have made remarkable progress as a working team. I am continually amazed at how relevant PADS training continues to be and the fact that it has been updated and improved all the time. There were things that Angel and I were introduced to that have made our partnership even better than the one that Jolie and I had, which I never thought was possible. I am so grateful to all the volunteers, puppy raisers, sitters, trainers, support staff, you name it. You all do a remarkable job. Thank you from the bottom of my happy heart. Serrano has been just the best addition to the Powell River Police Victim Services program. In the short time that he has been my partner, he's had an amazing impact on both the program's clients and our RCMP colleagues. Serrano offers something I can't as a victim service worker or a co-worker: physical touch. He is just the best snuggler and loves to hold hands with everyone he meets. He recently supported a youth through a police statement where the nervous teen asked Serrano to lay across her legs. Sweet Serrano acted like a weighted blanket, providing calming energy and physical contact during a stressful situation. After the teen was done speaking with the officer, she thanked Serrano for his help and gave him a kiss. Only a dog could provide this level of support, and Serrano is superb at it. Serrano and I get regular visits at our office by colleagues when they need a break from the heavy work they do in the policing world. Serrano has added an element of calm and fun to the office that is felt by all. He is the gentlest soul with the most delicious butter-tart eyes that make everyone who meets him fall in love. When Serrano is working, he takes his job very seriously and stays calm, cool, and collected at all times. But at home, Serrano is a goofball who loves to play with our family dog, get the zoomies in the garden, run on the beach, and hike our local trails. From the moment my husband and kids met him, Serrano became a beloved family member, and now we can't imagine our household without him. Powell River RCMP, Cosset Safe, my family and I are forever grateful PADS has trusted us with their Serrano. His exceptional training and natural abilities to support and comfort victims of crime and first responders promises to be far-reaching. I am confident that this sweet, sweet boy will have a positive and lasting impact on the community as a whole. We can't say thank you enough to PADS and all of their staff and volunteers. The Regina Police Service won the lottery when we were blessed with Pad Sinclair, who joined our child abuse unit in November 2023. In these short few months, Sinclair's impact has been immeasurable, as he has comforted and supported numerous children through their police interviews, court testimonies, and medical follow-ups. My colleagues at the Regina Children's Justice Center adore Sinclair, and his presence brightens everyone's day. In the world of child abuse, Sinclair is the bright light that every one of us needs, and his spunky spirit, excitable butt wiggle, and gentle old soul is magic for everyone lucky enough to meet him. I couldn't be more in love. Thank you, PADS. How does one describe a walking heart? I think the best description might be 4 legs, black and brindle fur, with amber-colored eyes you could lose yourself in, and answers to the name Storm. In every literal sense, Storm is a lifesaver, my lifesaver. After I retired from the RCMP in 2020, I had regressed so badly from society. I didn't really leave my house, and if I did, I didn't trust how I'd present due to overwhelming anxiety. I was an absolute mess and couldn't see my way forward until Storm came into my life. He has given me purpose and brings laughter every day. He sits with me at the worst of times and celebrates the best of them with such joy it brings tears to my eyes. What a blessing he is. Thank you to every single person who loved Storm along the way. I will be forever grateful for PADS, for its family, and for Storm.
It's almost the end of the school year, which marks the end of Swift's first year of work at a middle school, filled with loud, wonderful, and energetic students in grades 6 to 8. Swift starts her day at the front door of the school, greeting students as they enter. During the day, she's in and out of classrooms, calming them, cheering them up, and offering a paw. For a middle schooler, the unconditional acceptance and love that she offers answers some of their most pressing questions as adolescents. Do you see me? Do you like me? Will you stick with me? Yes, is how Swift answers those questions every day. Swift also has some more specialized roles at our school, attending counseling sessions with students, sitting on the sick bed with them, and participating in restorative conversations that sometimes need to happen between students. Last month, without direction, she put her head on the chest of a crying student, which brought needed empathy and levity in the middle of a hard conversation in the principal's office. Swift is well loved. Students make stickers in her image, crochet stuffed Swifties, protect her fiercely, and remind her constantly that the crumbs they drop on the floor are not for her. Out of all the ways that Swift has impacted others in her work, perhaps the most surprising has been the joy and comfort that she's brought to me in my role as principal. I have been known to collapse in exhaustion on her dog bed for a little after-school snuggle. Thank you to PADS, its staff, and all the breeder caretakers, raisers, trainers, and sitters for the difference that you've made in the lives of students, staff, and my family.
You might think Sydney had big shoes to fill when he joined the Vancouver Police Victim Services Unit last year to succeed retired JFD Luca, but it took no time for Sydney to settle in and become a beloved member of the VPD. He loves to come to work with me, and his sweet and cuddly personality has made him a natural at supporting victims and witnesses in interviews, Crown Council meetings, and at court. Sydney also loves to greet people, so any encounter with him in the hallways or the elevator of the police department provides a happy moment of stress relief for our members and staff. I want to thank everyone who prepared Sydney for his important work. What a privilege it is for me to be able to partner with not one, but 2 JFDs. I'm so proud of you, Sydney. I am extremely grateful to everyone who got Taylor ready for her job, her puppy raisers, advanced sitters, trainers, and the whole PADS community. Taylor's job is to alert me to a variety of sounds, from fire alarms to dropped items to morning alarms, 10 sounds in total. Outside of these alerts, she also helps with my situational awareness. I now know when someone is coming up behind me or there is a siren in the distance. Taylor has greatly improved my safety. And not burning food is great too. Aside from being great at her job, Taylor is goofy with a dash of sass and loves to make people laugh. She is full of bouncy, fun energy, but is also a snuggler. She is the paradox that I described when Pads asked about my ideal dog. Struggling with an invisible disability, it's all too common to feel invisible as a person as well. With that invisibility, life can be an even harder struggle than just being differently abled. The mental, emotional, and spiritual toll is just as hard, if not harder, than the physical toll. Having Trek has changed my life in the wonderful expected ways, but also in unexpected joyous ways. Every day we are met with smiles. I've met neighbors and strangers with great stories and open hearts. I've seen a kindness in people I thought was gone, especially in these harder times. Now, I am seeking outings every day, rather than being housebound. I could have never imagined this one precious boy would not only give me my life and independence back, but also help mend my heart and spirit. Every person at PADS is so kind and compassionate. They really do feel like family. Words could never express what my overflowing heart feels.
You can sum up Turtle and I in one word: inseparable. The bond that we've developed over the last 10 months can never be broken. Turtle has changed my life in so many ways. He's given me a new sense of purpose, a new outlook. He's given me the courage and the confidence to do things that I've struggled with for so many years. He brings laughter and fun to our house. He's a dork, and that's one of our favorite things about Turtle. He can make me laugh and smile on some of my worst days, whether it's by initiating a game of tug-of-war, or looking at me like I'm crazy because I keep expecting him to retrieve a ball, or just by being the giant couch potato that he is, and always stepping on the ouchy parts with his big paws to get prime real estate between me and Mom. That kind of friendship is priceless. Turtle is also becoming quite the celebrity in town. In fact, the words, "Oh my God, Turtle is here," are heard throughout not only our town, but several surrounding smaller towns in our area. I'm thankful every day that we were brought into each other's lives, and I'm so grateful to PADS for making that happen.
You may have heard us say that PADS changes lives one dog at a time. While that is true with all of our clients, in some cases, our dogs have such an immense impact on their client and their lives that the dog's assistance is no longer required. That is the case with 2 of our 2023 graduates, Zion 2 and S'more. Both of these dogs did their jobs to such a degree that their clients feel that someone else should benefit from their incredible impact. Zion 2 and S'more now get to change another life in their second career with their next client.
So this is my life with my partner S'more that I was paired up with to help me with my PTSD. As I reflect on the chapters of my life, there stands one constant. My loyal companion S'more, a service dog provided by PADS. His presence has been transformative, guiding me through the turbulent waters of PTSD towards a brighter horizon. S'more's intervention and calming effect have been nothing short of miraculous. It has enabled me to achieve milestones once deemed unsurmountable through the OSI clinic. I never thought I would ever come out of this. In the throes of my struggles, S'more's unwavering support has been a beacon of hope for me, a steadfast ally in the battle against unseen wounds. While the scars of PTSD may never fully fade, S'more's presence has undeniably illuminated the path to healing and growth. His keen intuition and comforting presence have not only steadied my spirit, but have also instilled a renewed sense of purpose and resilience in my life. PAD deserves immense gratitude for entrusting me with S'more, a guardian angel in fur. Their dedication to pairing individuals in need with these remarkable animals is truly life-changing. As I embark on a new chapter in my life, it is with a bittersweet heart that I prepare to part ways with S'more. It's a very sad day, yet I take solace in knowing that his invaluable tools and unwavering spirit will soon bring support to somebody else in need. S'more has always been my faithful companion. He not only helped me navigate the stormy seas of my PTSD, but he's also sculpted me into a stronger, more compassionate individual. His calming way of dealing with things and his eyes when he looks at you. His legacy of love and support will forever be etched in my heart, a testament to the profound impact of service animals on our lives. As I bid farewell to this beloved chapter in my life, I'm filled with gratitude for the opportunity to have walked this transformative journey with S'more by my side. To PADS and to S'more, I offer my deepest thanks for illuminating my path and for being the guiding light in my darkest hours. Now here's to the next chapter, where S'more's legacy and love and support will continue to touch and transform lives of other people. Thank you very much.
When Zion, who's known around PADS as Zion 2, entered my life in early 2023, I wasn't in great shape emotionally. Through a difficult policing career, during which I'd been struggling with untreated PTSD that had morphed into a complex PTSD diagnosis, I went from being a social, outgoing person to deeply depressed. I avoided crowds, tended to isolate myself and stay in my home, and I wasn't comfortable around people in general. My Labradoodle, Roxy, had been my best friend until she became terminally ill, and I had to put her down at the age of 13. I was gutted. It wasn't until her death that I realized just how very much I relied on her for support and comfort. I was completely lost and depressed without her. For the first time since getting Roxy, I felt like I was very alone, lonely, and my depression was worsening. My therapist suggested I consider a PTSD service dog. I knew Zion was for me from the moment I climbed into that PADS van to hang out with her and a couple of the other dogs. She was smart, feisty, she made me laugh. She's also the most beautiful dog I've ever seen. I spent time with other dogs, on the dog blind dates with Margaret and Val chaperoning us for a while, but I knew that Zion and I were a match. In March 2023, we became a team. Zion gave me a non-human to focus on other than myself. We went for long hikes each day, played, shopped, went to movies, all things I hadn't done in years, things I'd previously had to force myself to do out of necessity that would leave me emotionally exhausted afterwards. With Zion, I ventured out of my apartment, took classes, saw friends, shared her with my kids, traveled. She took my attention away from my anxiety, and that seemed to refocus me entirely. My favorite part of our days was settling down after dinner and watching sports on TV each night with Zion snuggled next to me. Watching out for her and tending to her needs seemed to make my hypervigilance slowly disappear, and I found myself feeling better and better. As the months went by, I knew with more and more certainty that Zion had helped me get my life back. It's felt like a miracle to make plans, to feel hopeful and positive about my future for the first time in more than 20 years. It began to dawn on me that I no longer needed the assistance of a service dog. This was a bittersweet realization because she'd become my best friend and constant companion. But I knew that I was ready to step back into life on my own and let Zion use her tremendous skills to help someone else who needed them more than I did. I also knew that I felt so much better. It seemed wrong to keep her from someone else. And so, with the support of Margaret and Val, I made the difficult decision to give Zion back so she can help a new client. I miss her, but I know it was the right call for us both. She's an all-star, as many of you saw at the PADS Christmas party, and I'm so proud of her. I think of Zion as my training wheels. She gave me confidence and a feeling of safety and security to learn to ride. Our path may have been a little different, but I see our partnership as an unqualified success. Thanks to Margaret and Val and everyone at PADS who supported us and worked so hard to raise my amazing teammate Zion. She really did save my life. Thank you.
Sometimes a dog changes a person's life, and the journey is not as long as we expected. Earlier in the presentation, you saw Scramble's graduation feature, but we also want to honor her first placement in 2023 with the incredible Dave. Dave is dearly missed by all who knew him in the PADS village. Dave and Scramble were an amazing team, and we are grateful to Dave's family and friends for providing this highlight of their time together.
My name is Leslie Van Hook. I'm the loving wife of David John Van Hook, who we lost in September. Losing Dave and saying farewell to Scramble have been two of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Dave would have been so honored to be here today, sharing their story and adventures. I'm grateful to PADS for honoring his memory and giving me the opportunity to share on his behalf. Dave and Scramble were two peas in a pod. While Scramble was only in our home for a short time before David passed away, she brought things to us that could never be replaced. Scramble did so many things for and with Dave. The bond was so apparent right from the moment they met. You could clearly see how much love was between those two. She was happy to open the fridge, grab a pop or a snack anytime for him. They were amazing with elevators, no matter the size. She saved Dave's debit card on many occasions. They also enjoyed walking through Vancouver's busy malls and going for walks on the waterfront. Thank you, everyone at PADS, for being such a support to me since his passing, and especially for allowing me to become a permanent member of the PADS family by adopting Thunder, who is known as in puppy raising as Thresher. Thunder reminds me so much of Scramble, and that helps. I also want to honor Scramble's new partner. I'm happy that she continued as a service dog. While we do not know each other personally, I send you all of the love that Scramble gave to us and wish you many, many years with such a special dog. Enjoy each moment. Embrace each accomplishment. Thank you again to PADS for allowing me to be part of this day, and to all the puppy raisers, volunteers, trainers, and staff that made Scramble and Thunder part of my story. Just as Scramble was important to Dave, so too was PADS. I know he will live in the hearts of everyone he touched through the process of gaining such independence. I'm sometimes asked if there was a change after Dave received Scramble. There certainly was. The brick walls that he built around himself came tumbling down. He was a different man with her. And PADS, I thank you for that.
Welcome back to the remainder of our 2023 graduation celebration. Before we move on with our possum agenda, can we all just clap, wave, and snap one more time for our amazing graduating teams? Now, I'd like to introduce you to someone who works tirelessly behind the scenes. If there was an eHarmony, Tinder, or Match.com for dogs, this lady would put all of the best couples together. Please join me in welcoming our matchmaker extraordinaire, breeding program manager, Jackie Clark.
It's my pleasure to get to introduce the 2023 PADS breeding dog graduating class. I'd like to start out by thanking the villages of these dogs, the breeder caretakers who raised them until they were 9 weeks old and made sure they got a great start in life, to the puppy raisers who took them from there and shepherded them through the bitey shark phase, adolescence, which is generally no fun, the puppy sitters who gave puppy raisers a rest when they needed it or allowed them to go on vacation, which we all love to do, to our puppy program trainers who provide such great training plans and such great support as we navigate some challenging times with these dogs, and to our sponsors and donors who have supported these dogs on their journeys this far. Thank you all. Your help doesn't just benefit the next generation of PADS clients who will get puppies from these breeding dogs. It really leaves a legacy because these dogs will go on to become grandparents and great-grandparents. And the work that you've done and the resources that you've put in spread across our industry and benefit clients in many different organizations for generations to come. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Our first breeding dog graduate for 2023 is Athena. Athena is a big black lab female. She has these huge, adorable ears. She was raised in our Okanagan puppy raising region. And she brings out a really nice, thoughtful, calm demeanor. So it will pair nicely with some of our male lines who tend to be a little bit more energetic and excitable. She came to us through the International Breeding Cooperative and was whelped at our partner school, Dogs with Wings. And she brings in a really nice, diverse pedigree. So she isn't related to any of our stock, which gives us some options in terms of where we're going forward. Her dam is a really successful producer. A high percentage of the dogs that she has given birth to have gone on to placement with clients. And her sire his offspring are still young, but they're trending really favorably. And, when we look at the statistics for her, they're just getting stronger and stronger as her litter mates are getting more of their data entered into our communal database, and also as her half-siblings on her sire's side are getting older and getting more temperament assessments and more health assessments. So she looks like a really good addition to the breeding program, and we're really excited to see where her puppies go in the future. She has just been bred for the first time, and we are hoping that she will have a litter of puppies this summer. Our next breeding dog graduate is Betty too. Betty is an adorable little black lab. She's super cute. Her and her litter mates all have these really crinkly, expressive faces, so they're just super engaging. She's really keen to work, and she has nice mental flexibility, so she's very adaptable, which is something that's really important in our lines. Betty is replacing her dam Sierra, who retired this year, and she brings in nice diversity through her sire line. Her sire Darby comes from Guide Dogs of America down in California. When we talk about generational impact that breeding dogs make on our program, Betty is kind of a prime example of this. Her lines at PADS go all the way back to 2003. So, from the first breeding dog, Stella, in that line that we selected in 2003, all the way forward, these dogs have continued to have an impact on hundreds of clients' lives across our industry. Betty has had her first litter. She had the B litter earlier this winter, and they just have gone out to the raisers recently. Our next graduate is Nat. Nat is an old soul. She's a big yellow lab female who is just super sweet. She is replacing her dam Strudel, who retired early from the breeding program. Strudel had a health condition which is not genetic and will not impact her puppies or grandpuppies, but for her best interest, we decided to retire her early. And so we're super glad to have Nat to replace her as a breeding dog. Strudel had a very diverse pedigree for PADS and was a very successful producer. So we're super excited to have her daughter. And Nat is out of our stud dog Cleet, who was also a top producer. And so just a marriage of two really nice pedigrees. I could say that for all of our puppies this year, but she has really strong statistics. On paper, she looks great. So we are super excited to see where we can take her lines. And Nat has had one litter so far, the pumpkin litter, which was born at the end of last year. And she is in heat now. So we should be welcoming another Nat litter later in the summer. And along with Nat, we have a surprise for us. We grew out her sister Parker, who's another yellow lab, very calm, kind of difficult to disturb dog in public. She's just rock solid. And we had grown her out right from the time she was a puppy with the intention of sending her to another organization in Australia as a cleared breeder, because Australia can't import puppies. They have to wait until they're adult dogs and have had a certain number of health tests. But things have changed with the direction that organization is going. And so they asked us if we would prefer to keep Parker. And so we're super excited to have her to include in our breeding program as well. Some litters are so strong that it's really nice to have two sisters to take in different directions for breeding, and this is one of those litters. So Parker is in heat now and will be bred shortly, and we are looking forward to her first litter hopefully this summer. I'd like to also give an honorable mention to one of Parker and Nat's brothers. His name is Captain. Captain is currently in advanced training and hopefully will be going to a client before next year's grad. But before he went into breeding, we decided that he was really so nice, it would be nice to make him available to other schools for breeding. He was diverse enough for us to be able to use, but he has a really nice pedigree, really nice clearances. And so Captain did go out and sire 3 litters for a total of 15 puppies who are in puppy raising programs in various schools. And then he was returned to training. So thank you to everybody on Team Captain, and we wish him well as in his dual career where he also goes on to a client. Rounding out our female breeding graduates is Sounder. Sounder is a yellow lab female who was raised in our Calgary region and is now in the West Coast region in the breeding program. She is out of one of our girls, Nab, who retired early from breeding after producing some really nice working dogs, including Abra and Charm, who are graduating this year, and out of Dougie from BC and Alberta Guide Dogs, who brings in some really nice diversity for us. We don't have anything from his lines in the program, and so we are quite excited to be able to bring that in and add that to our lines. She is a really nice girl with really strong stats. We think that she can produce some really nice stuff, and she has recently had her first litter, which is the electric vehicle litter. Last but certainly not least is Goji. Goji has been selected as a stud dog by the International Breeding Cooperative, and so he is providing stud services not only at PADS but to other schools as well. He comes from our really successful Izzy lines, and his sire, Finn from BC and Alberta Guide Dog Services, is really diverse for us, and so we're excited to have his lines to braid into what we're doing. Goji brings in some lower energy, which is nice, and great confidence. He's kind of an unshakable guy. He's a pretty big guy. That is typical for those lines for us, and he brings in really positive statistics for health, which we like to see, including being completely clear on the genetic disorders test that we do on all of our breeding stock. Congratulations to all of our breeding graduates this year. Thank you to all of their villages for all of your hard work. I really look forward to seeing their puppies starting to cross the graduation stage in about 2 years.
Thank you, Jackie, and warmest congrats to our breeding graduates. And a special thank you to all of those who contribute tirelessly to the success of our breeding dogs. I now have the privilege of telling you about our VIP program. And as I do, you will see photos of each of our 2023 VIPs on the screen. VIPs, or very important pets, are placed with a child or an adult with a disability who needs a loving companion. Each of these dogs is furthering our mission, changing the lives of people in their own wonderful ways. And thank you to our adoptions committee, who are brilliant at finding the perfect soft landing for these special pups so that all of their skills and gifts can be shared with VIP clients. Please join me in congratulating each of these beautiful dogs and the villages that made these placements possible. As I wrap up our 2023 graduation, I must stop and take a special moment to thank our village one more time. Listen to this list. We are grateful to so many. Our incredible donors and sponsors, our breeder caretakers, puppy raisers, puppy sitters, advanced sitters, kennel, office, and facility volunteers, and all of the integral committees that support the work of our PADS staff and our programs. Each of you play a critical part in PADS success, and we thank you. If you weren't already aware, our PADS program is operated out of Calgary, the Okanagan, and our Burnaby campus. It takes many to make our programs a success, and we have several dedicated and amazing villages. I'm constantly astonished by the dedication of time, love, and effort that our staff, donors, and volunteers selflessly give to support our PADS mission. And with that, ladles and gentle spoons, we bring our 2023 event to a close. Congratulations to our graduates. A huge thanks from Miss Pumaloo and I. We appreciate you watching, and we look forward to celebrating with you again soon. Bye.
Puma, what are you doing? Are you practicing your smile for the camera? And you put on your wings. Oh my, you are ridiculous.
Okay, well, say goodbye, everyone, and one more smile.